Live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sub Sunday episode. I have no idea.
83.
83. My name is Jordan or X Citadel, and I do it every time. And we haven't done the podcast. I know. Have you guys done the podcast without me? Like a while? Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
it's been like a month and a half since me and Jordan have sat down and done this show.
Ooh.
Kelly's been dodging me.
Dude, I swear to God, Jordan died. Okay, I tried contacting him on every social media, did not respond to me one bit.
He just went ghost on you.
He did.
I got back to you like 2 weeks later.
He's like, I was busy. I was busy. I got a knife in CS:GO, and it was the. I know you, Jordan. I know exactly what was happening.
So here starts the beginning of us actually starting to do it more consistently instead of taking month, a month and a half, 2 month breaks in between each episode. We're gonna try to do it every week. I am gonna pull in a rotating host when DeQuasi can't make it.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain to the viewers what happened. So a little over, I think it's almost about a month ago now, I got hit by a car. I was walking across the street in a busy intersection, holding my skateboard, and some guy turned too early, hit me, and
he got ran over.
And the thing is that I had no idea what happened. I woke up in the hospital, I was confused. I was in the ICU. I mean, I didn't have like tremendous injuries. I had hit my head, had a concussion, had a seizure. It was crazy. But the crazy thing is about this whole entire thing is that the news article that came out after I got hit, it said, local skateboarder hit by car. Daquan Cole. Spelled my name Dakwan. And I was like, you guys didn't have my ID? Like, I had my wallet with me. Like, that's not the way my name is spelled. And the stupid people at the hospital let me out of the hospital. After going to the ICU after 2 days, I went home, couldn't speak. Just nothing. No words. Had to go back. We had to take an Uber to the hospital because things were busy. But basically, I've been dealing with that whole thing, lawyers and calling people and doing all that sort of stuff. So I'm okay now. It's all good, but
he just every once in a while has like a involuntary seizure.
Yeah, I just
flops around like a
Kelly
dead
sent
fish.
me the article of you being, and he sent no context. He just sent a link with nothing else. I click it, and I see your bushy hair on like a gurney going in the back of an ambulance. I was like, oh, that looks like Cole. And I start reading the article. I'm like, whoa.
That was kind of an asshole move, wasn't it?
The funny thing is that a couple weeks later, after I got out of the hospital and everything was all good, I was riding my skateboard again to work, and everybody's been like, "Don't ride the skateboard anymore." I was like, I was walking across the street in the crosswalk when I got hit. There's nothing I could have done. Oh,
dude, when I saw that you got hit, I was like, I knew you had a booster board. I was like, he was probably going like 30 and got slammed by a car going 50.
No, that would have been
probably exploded.
I have like missing arms and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, 2 weeks later, I was going by the same place, and the thing is, I have to go on that same road to get to work every day. So like, I just like look like real hard every time. But a cop, like this rookie cop, you could tell he's like fresh out of the academy. He says, hey, stop, and I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, you can't ride that boosted board. He didn't say boosted board. You can't ride that skateboard because there's a motor on it. You have to ride in the street. And I was like, no. I'm going like 5 miles an hour. I'm staying on the sidewalk. It's all good. And then he's just chewing my ear off. Just, no, you gotta do this. I could take you in. But then his boss comes, and his boss is like, shut the fuck up, guy. He's like, hey, I know you. And I was like, I don't know you. He's like, oh, you're the guy that got hit over there. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was me. He's like, oh, I was the guy that was holding your hand in the picture. And I was like, oh. And I gave him a hug. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. Fuck this guy. He's like, you can ride a skateboard as long as you want. And I was like, this is a cool guy. Luckily for me, when I got hit, there was a cop and a nurse that happened to be walking by at that time. So I'm all good. So that's why I wasn't on the show, because I was all. And since I was out of work, I still had to pay bills. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been just grinding. 15-hour days, which is crazy. But I work for a live streaming company, so it's not that bad.
Now, is the individual that hit you, since you were on a crosswalk, right?
Mhm.
That makes it his fault instantaneously because pedestrians have right of way. I don't care what anybody says. Person walking has the right of way. So he's paying for all of this, isn't he?
Oh yeah. I have so many I've been getting medical bills and I just give them to my lawyer and he forwards it to the guy.
Now, is he reimbursing you for time lost at work?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Actually, my job took care of that for me. They actually, after I was in the hospital, after I got out, on my front doorstep there was a check to pay my rent and a bunch of food.
That's awesome.
So that's why I love the company I work for.
Awesome company.
They take care of.
Big up to DeQuazy's boss if he's watching the stream later on.
Oh no, he is. He's watching somewhere here. The funny thing is, my boss is more of a gamer than I am. Like to the point where he has his upgraded PC and it'll be during a work day, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm playing Witcher. He's like, you can't beat me in Gwent. I'm like, this guy, come on.
Oh, big news about Gwent.
Yeah, Gwent.
CD Projekt Red is making it a standalone game, and I am so fucking psyched about that, dude. It's just gonna dominate my channel. If they do it free to play like Hearthstone, it's fucking over. I'm gonna be doing pack openings and shit. They're gonna get so much money from me. It's not even funny.
Before we move off of accident talk, I have a car accident story. This guy I work with, he just started, and he's a weird dude. And we're all standing around. There was nothing to do at work, and we're just sort of waiting for something to happen. And he goes, "A woman died in my back seat."
What the fuck?
Dead serious says that like that. And then my one friend next to me, he goes, "Well, did you kill her?" And then he says, and then this is what his exact words was like. He paused and it was like, "Kind of." And we're like, what? So he was at a red light, stopped at a red light, completely stopped at a red light. A woman behind him was talking on her phone, was texting on her phone and didn't have her seatbelt on. Slammed into him at 40 miles an hour, through her windshield, through his back windshield, and landed in his back seat and died.
Wow.
And guess what the most messed up part is? He got 20 grand from the family for emotional distress, and I promise you, he did not care about this woman at all. He didn't telling the story. He told it yeah, shit happens.
Yeah, see, no, she's going 40. You see him in the back seat, flew through the thing. She was dead and all, but I got 20 grand.
I want to know what that 911 call is. There's a woman dead in my back seat. The cops think oh, we have a psycho killer in the middle of the road.
I think my comment would be 911. There's a dead woman in the back of my seat, and I didn't kill her. Okay?
Yeah.
I swear, I did not kill her.
Emphasis on that part. Did not. Knowing the sad thing is, Jordan, if that was you or me, we would have gotten shot anyways.
I would have to leave and hide and come out. Hey, that's my car. I didn't do it. I swear to God.
I give you guys a 50-50 chance of getting shot. Right?
I see what you did there.
I was gonna make a joke when you said that you hugged the cop. He would have been like, "He's coming right at me!
Quick, get him!"
Yeah, I did hug that cop. I took a risk.
No, see, there's nothing wrong with that, man. He stood by you while you were probably unconscious at that point.
Yeah, I was out.
That's crazy, dude. I'm glad you're doing well, though. But before we go any further, I'm glad you're doing well. Any gnarly scars?
No.
Aw, damn.
No. I have this actually, on the side of my head. There's a little. But I have hair, so you can't see it. But the craziest thing is that so after I got to the hospital and everything, and I'm all medicated, my grandmother, very religious person, she brought the chaplain there, and the chaplain was praying for me, and I look at him and I'm like, hey, if I start to die, make sure I get married first. This one right here, we're already engaged. Just finish it up. She used to get my stuff. And then he's like, oh, okay. And I was dead serious. I was like, I'm not even joking. I start dying. Make sure this happens.
Awesome. All right. So DeQuazy gets hit by a car. It's an eventful kind of week. And I'm glad you're doing well. So let's cover the basic starts out for the show. Everybody, how you guys doing? This is Jordan. I'm Jordan. The guy in the blue shirt is DeQuasi, and then the one at the end of the Destiny shirt is Kelly. This is Sub Sunday 83. I've been doing this, God, for almost 2.5 years now. Been taking absurd breaks, and we're gonna try to get it back running again. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever stop doing this show. Like, there's gonna be like a 5-year break in between it, and then all of a sudden there's gonna be like Sub Sunday 175. The reinvigoration of the Sub Sunday. So we're gonna go into our basic questions. What have you guys been playing? DeQuasi, what have you been playing?
Actually, right now on this screen, I was playing Fallout. I was playing Far Harbor. Still haven't beat it yet. Didn't have the time. But after I'm done with Far Harbor, I have to play Witcher, mainly because my boss and he talks about Gwent all the time, and I'm like, what is that? I don't know. And he's like, it's the best thing ever to hit. He said if Project Red comes out with a Gwent game, I might go pro and quit this job. And I was like.
Dude, I don't blame him. Gwent is an amazing game.
Could it be a actual physical game, or is it just something that can't be made physical?
They could make it a physical game. They have enough cards out there and enough things in there to make it a physical game. No problem.
Like some things like Hearthstone could be a physical game, but it would be hard to do
because of the gem system.
The gems and having taunts and a lot of the abilities, it would be hard. It's just easier that everything's automated. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, Gwent could actually be a physical card game. It actually is a physical card game. Like, if you bought a limited edition of The Witcher on one of the consoles, I believe, you actually got a Gwent deck. So they already created the cards. It's just a matter of, getting packs out there and setting up a battlefield and stuff like that. So, and remembering the modifiers, like, if you put a certain card on there, it drops everybody's attack to 1.
Right.
So, everybody's modifier to 1.
I can see it'd be a thing. It could definitely be a thing.
It could be a thing, but I mean, if they're planning on doing a standalone version, and I am so ready for it. I probably will just become a Gwent streamer for like a year. Oh, Destiny's out. Whatever. I'm playing Gwent. Do you mind?
Are you excited for Elder Scrolls Legends?
I have no idea what that is.
It's their card game.
It's their card game. They need to pump something out like this year. It needs to come out this year if they want to catch the card game hype. And they have to do something a lot different than Hearthstone.
It's a lot like Hearthstone, but they have the board split in half. So in Hearthstone, you can attack any monster anywhere.
Yep.
But in Legends, you can only attack a monster on your side, a certain side of the board. It's split in half. So like if you place the card on the left, it can only deal damage to the hero and cards on the left. It can't do anything to cards on the right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. So you've been playing a lot of Fallout 4. Nice.
Yeah. Fallout 4.
Another game I need to play. Jordan, what have you been playing?
I've been playing nothing but Overwatch.
I like Overwatch just fine. I didn't think I was going to, but I actually like Battleborn better. And to those people that hold on. To those people that compare Battleborn and Overwatch, stop. Because Overwatch is an objective-based team shooter. Battleborn is actually an objective-based just shooter. You have your team you go in with, you go to this point, you do this, you do that. Then it has a story mode, which the story mode is fantastic. If you've never watched the story modes on those, it's funny. The running commentary has got great humor in it. The characters are just fun to listen to, ramble as you play through. The combat system is good. I like the combat system. It has a MOBA's leveling up system, so every time you start a new round, you have to level your character up to 10 to unlock new abilities, and as you level that character up, it unlocks different abilities, because it has an overall player level and then an overall character level that you can level your character up to max. And it's fun. It is fun, and it just got overshadowed by Overwatch, but they're two separate styles of games, completely and utterly.
I want to say a few things about Battleborn. So, Battleborn, they flew a bunch of streamers and YouTubers out to their offices to stream and record the gameplay.
Yep.
They did that. So the Gassy Mexican, big streamer,
Yeah.
he averages between 2,000 to 3,000 viewers. He went out there and he got 500 people watching him that day because they decided to do that the same weekend Overwatch's closed beta went out.
Yeah, that
Overwatch took a dump on, and then the day Battleborn came out is the day Overwatch open beta came out. Overwatch literally took a dump on them every single step of the way. The day Battleborn came out, there was more people playing a 4-year-old Borderlands 2, 4 years old. There was more people playing Borderlands 2 than there was Battleborn.
And it's a shame because Battleborn is actually a really good game.
I don't know how much. I wonder how much they spent because there's no way they made their money back.
Not yet.
And I doubt they ever will because with multiplayer games like that, first week is so important. First few days are so important because that's when you're going to get your hype train going.
Well, like I said, Overwatch has taken a beating off on it. I mean, Overwatch has beaten the crap out of that poor game, and it's already on sale, which makes me kind of cry a little bit. You know, it was a $60 game. It's dropped down to $40. I mean, you can use my affiliate links and stuff like that, and you can get it for like $25, which is kind of sad. But the game is worth picking up, in my opinion. I like playing it. Like, I love running like 1 or 2 missions and then going to play something else and then coming back later and running 1 or 2 missions because it's enjoyable to me. I wish I could get a whole group of people to play with me.
Overwatch is a very fun game.
Overwatch is the same thing it is as Team Fortress 2.
I don't see that at all.
It is exactly the same thing.
I think the 4 abilities change it because in TF2 every class does not have the 4 abilities. And I think that changes the game completely from TF2.
Gameplay,
and there's
no.
way more heroes.
Gameplay, no. It's the same damn thing, objective-based FPS. You have one team versus another team.
I think you could say that for any game. Every FPS is the same then. You have one team versus another team aiming for an objective. That's every FPS.
Name an FPS.
Every RTS.
Hold on. Name an FPS that is not like that. That is popular. That's what I thought.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Every FPS is like that. So you're just saying Overwatch is an FPS. Name an FPS like that.
Doom is not like that. Doom was a super popular FPS, and you know what? That campaign was amazing, and it made that game worth playing over and over again because nothing like running over to an imp and ripping its head in half.
Doom is a first-person shooter with objectives.
But it's not team-based.
The
multiplayer, which was tacked on, is team-based, and that's an arena shooter.
But Overwatch doesn't have a single player. So you're comparing a multiplayer to a single player game.
But it has multiplayer on it.
But there's no single player.
The thing that
you're comparing the single player of Doom to the multiplayer of Overwatch.
The thing that defines Doom is its single player, not its multiplayer.
Yes.
The thing that defines Call of Duty and Overwatch is its multiplayer.
The thing that defines Overwatch is the multiplayer because it doesn't.
Because it's all it is multiplayer.
Right.
Besides, Overwatch is what's left over of Project Titan. You know what Project Titan was, right? Project Titan was this big MMO that Blizzard was working on. They spent like $50 million on it, and then they scrapped the entire project, and they took what was left over and created Overwatch with it.
Yes.
to change, not change subject really. Have you guys seen all the Overwatch shorts?
Oh, they're fantastic.
They can be like their own movie. Like
they could. Blizzard has something.
I don't know who they got to animate those, but I don't know.
I can't remember. They bought some animation studio. They're doing a bunch of stuff for the World of Warcraft expansion now.
Let's honestly talk about the thing we want to talk about Overwatch, and that's all the high quality porn that has come from Overwatch.
Oh my! So do you guys know about the Barbra Streisand effect? I think that's what it was.
What is that?
No, I forget exactly. It's not Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, it is Barbra Streisand. So people took pictures of Barbra Streisand's house, and she said, "Don't do that." And she started suing people, and then that got into the news, so more people knew about where she lived and what her house looked like because she made a big deal about people knowing where she lived.
And that's exactly what's helping Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta give it to them. Blizzard is marketing geniuses. They really are, and that's that geniusness is what killed Battleborn, which makes me sad.
For those,
and it's what kills every other MMO that ever has come out in the past 10 years. Blizzard has destroyed countless MMOs over the last 10 years. None
They
of them
really
stand a
have.
chance.
For those of you who don't know, after Overwatch was announced, the internet, as it does, was making high quality HD porn of it.
Rule
Just-
43.
That's Blizzard's fault. That's Blizzard's fault completely because they released all of the models.
Mhm.
Yep.
They released the same models that they used to make the animations. They released those to the public for free. What did they
Yep.
think was going to happen?
And then they started issuing takedown notices to certain websites to start taking it down, and that's the literal worst thing you can do to anything on the internet because
No. That is the brilliant thing to do.
Mhm.
That is the brilliant thing to do because it brought more attention to the game. There's nothing they can do about that. They can issue all of the takedown notices you ever want to do for the porn, but it's porn. It's the internet. It's going to be there no
Yeah.
matter what. Rule 43, folks. Rule 43.
there's actually it has its own subreddit now. It's crazy.
Yep. And they should honestly, I agree with Jim Sterling on this one. They should be proud of the fact that their designs have inspired people to make porn over it of it.
I think they are secretly, but I think just publicly it's not good for an image if you have a Forbes article saying, look at all this porn for this game that is rated T. So they're trying to get kids to play too.
They are. And you know what? Honestly, most
I think
people
it's just
porn
like-
on the internet anyway.
I think they're just like,
Yeah.
hey, it's cool that you guys like it, but we're trying to sell this to 10-year-olds.
Yeah, but 10-year-olds are gonna buy it regardless because
they,
of that.
they are. Yeah. But
I think it's the parents are going to be like, I'm not trying to have my son have sex with a blue chick.
I mean, look at GTA. Same thing happened with GTA. Look at the way that GTA is. Many parents were like, I'm never gonna buy, and then they do.
That's why
They
they didn't
bought it.
release the mod tools, though. But that's why Rockstar didn't release the mod tools, though.
that's a good thing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock out what I've been playing. I've been playing a game called Dead by Daylight, and if you guys have not played this game,
Wait.
it's
Is that the game where like there's a killer
yes.
and then everyone else runs away and sets up traps and stuff? Okay.
No, they gotta set up. They have to repair generators and escape. Once a certain amount of generators are repaired, they can go to the exit and open the exit. The killer has to hunt them down. It is literally like every horror movie hide and seek ever. It is so fun. I love being the killer, and it's just fun to like stalk somebody down and get right on them and just like whack and then hang them up on a hook. I love it. I love it. Like I started using my voice modulator and stuff whenever I'm talking to my viewers.
Oh my god.
Coming for you and stuff like that. It's just
Listen, Kelly, if we were to play it, I would be scared shitless. I'd be like, I gotta. Jump scares always get me. So if I get hit in the back of the head, that's it.
and like you have several different survivors, and each survivor has different skills, has different perks they can use. The killer gets different skills and perks and items he can use and stuff like that. Now the 14th is when the full release comes out, and they're releasing 2 more killers, like 4 or 5 different maps, and a couple more survivors. And I have a feeling they're going to be adding more as I go along. I really hope. But I've had a blast with it lately. I mean, it has been fun. Also, Destiny. I've played Destiny. And there was another game. Oh, Silent Hill. Me and Jordy have been playing Silent Hill for like the last week or two, and I put up all the videos up on my YouTube, and I am not monetizing them.
I heard that. I mean, I watched the other podcast. I watch both podcasts. I watch the podcast show, and I watch our. I watch this after we do it. It's so weird.
You fucking loser.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm so terrible. It's just because I just want to. Whatever. I want to see. I enjoy our show, but I heard that you were getting like takedown notices.
Yeah, I did get a couple takedown notices, and I kind of lied. I just re-uploaded the first Silent Hill episode because of the Konami takedown notice. It's for the music. They're pegging everybody with the music for it, not the actual visual part. But I just realized it was monetized when I looked at it. I'm looking at it right now. But what I did is I went through and I cut out all the music audio, like the intro music audio, and put up like words over it saying, because Konami is such a mother bitch, I removed all the music So enjoy this awkward, just talking about fucking anime and all that stuff. But the rest of them will all be copyright. Won't have any ads on them, except for the first one and the last one because of the way I have to upload them and the way my MCM does the monetization things, which I'm thinking about changing MCMs here soon.
Which MCM are you with?
It's Afghan, I don't know, BTTV, I think, or something like broadband TV.
Better Twitch TV.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know what they're called. All I know is they suck. I'm not happy with them at all. But I'm actually looking into getting my Patreon a little bit more attention. I redid a video for my Patreon. If I can get some more coming through Patreon, I'm gonna completely remove ads off all my videos.
That makes sense.
So because I'm just tired of dealing with people complaining about the not people, but I'm tired of having to deal with copyright strikes if I want to upload something that makes me happy.
Yeah, you just want to upload something to just do it.
Yeah, and a Patreon allows people to support the channel.
Don't you have a sub button now?
I do not have a Twitch sub button on Twitch. I have it's called GameWisp, is a third-party website that allows streamers that are not partnered to gain support and also benefit the viewers. So I have like 9 people that have already subscribed through GameWisp, and it is set up in 3 different tiers. Like if you wanna do the $4.99 or $5 one, you get you get all the on-screen emotes that I've created. Like there's like 7 of them I've done, and you get priority chance to play with me at all times. And on Sunday, I do a subscriber stream on Sunday. Like as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go over to Twitch and I'm gonna play video games with all of my subscribers. We're gonna play some Destiny today. We're gonna play some Pokemon TCG. We're gonna be playing some Overwatch, and so on and so forth. Because these guys have gone out of their way to make sure that I can continue doing this.
That's sweet. Does Twitch have any problem with GameWisp? Because I mean, they're kind of like.
What are they gonna do?
I mean, they can't really do anything.
They can't. Separate. I mean, it's a way for us to grow our audience, give our audience the benefits of being a subscriber. They just don't have global emotes or a fancy little symbol next to their name.
I see.
I don't think they have a problem because, the streamer Destiny, and he doesn't use Twitch chat. All he uses Twitch for is the video. Everything else he does through his website. He has a different chat client, a different subscriber, and in that chat he has his own subscriber emotes. And it's still $5 to subscribe, but he gets 100% of that. Nothing goes through Twitch. All he uses Twitch for is
the video.
Ads and the video.
That ain't bad. Well, see, I do mine in 3 separate tiers. I do a $4.99. Let's see, I'll pull it up and tell you the different tiers. And I make it, and I hope. I hope to the people who have subscribed that the benefits are worth what they're paying. For like $3.99, Super Ranger, because of course I'm Power Ranger themed. You get in-channel emotes, which are like emotes that pop up on the screen. And one of my viewers, Black Knight, worked hard on getting that. You accumulate 5 times the amount of power coins. If I'm playing a game, you're pretty much, your first pick. And then on Sunday, you're guaranteed to play with me on Sunday. Then there's Mega Ranger, which is $8.99. And that is, you get to pick 1 song a month that goes onto the pre-stream soundtrack, because whenever I start streaming, there's about 10 to 15 minutes where it's the Obey the Beard and music is playing. That's when I'm setting stuff up and getting things organized. You get 10 times the amount of power coins. You play with me on Sunday, in-channel emotes. And then for $13.99, you get 15 times the amount of power coins, the personal subscriber music, the in-channel emotes. Once a month, I send you an exclusive video that is only for people who do this level, and you also have auditory commands. Like there are auditory commands that people can just punch in the chat, and it'll play a sound on my channel. Like one of them. Okay.
That's worth it. I mean, at first I was like, all right, it's gonna be one or two things, but you just, I mean, I couldn't imagine anything else that you would do. That's pretty nice.
It actually, like the auditory commands, I was sitting like, what the hell else can I add? I'm like, you know what? I can give them audio commands along with the emotes.
Speaking of auditory commands, you said that, remember like a while ago, you said that you were going to get the voice recording from Zordon? Did that happen?
Yes, it did.
Oh, good.
David Felding is the boss. A straight up person the just nicest person I've ever dealt with. I was like, hey man, I am ready to do this whenever you are. He's like, I'm at a convention right now, but as soon as I get home, we'll get it recorded. He got it recorded. It sounds amazing. He did everything together. Like I didn't have to mash it together with anything. It is the communicator beep and then him going, "Welcome to Base Ranger," and it sounds amazing.
I mean, speaking of that, sorry, we have to have Power Ranger talk right now, because I have to talk about the movie.
Oh God, the Abercrombie and Finch models.
Dude, did you see the new suits? Those suits are awesome. I like the suits way better than the original.
The suits. It's all the nostalgia that's hitting us because I love those original suits. But I'm not gonna lie, like if you were to just slap like Abercrombie on the picture of all of them, dude. I would have like looking at that. You have no idea. You're like, these guys, they're all attractive.
I feel like that would be the point of Power Rangers, or for any super group. You wouldn't want to advertise. The reason why they wear masks is so that you don't know who they are.
True, but
because I mean, imagine if, like the whole thing with like Spider-Man, you're not supposed to be able to pick him out of a crowd.
Actually, in America, there's the whole secret identity thing, but in Japan, they straight up don't give a shit if you know they're Power Rangers. Like their morphing sequence, they say their full name, and then they morph.
Well, let me give you my address, my mother's name,
my
social security number.
Well, see, they're revered differently in Japan and stuff like that.
It just seems like the whole reason for the secret identity is so you don't come after my mother or my grandmother. That just seems like even in Japan, what are the bad guys too honorable to kill someone's mother? Then they're just not good bad guys.
But that's just the way it is, man. That's the way it's always been.
So, the new Power Rangers, are they supposed to be like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Like
yeah, it's a reboot of MMRP.
Okay.
It is definitely a reboot of MMRP, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go see it. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm a big enough Power Rangers fan that I'm gonna grab the kids and we're gonna go see it in theaters and have fun. Like we went and saw Turtles on opening day, the new Turtles movie, and it was great. The one thing that pissed me off was Stephen Amell did not wear the hockey mask nearly enough. He should have had that thing plastered to his head.
They got to show his pretty face.
I don't care about his pretty face. I want to see Casey Jones on a pair of rollerblades with a hockey stick and that hockey mask cocked down, and him either A, complaining about something, or B, threatening to shove a hockey puck down somebody's throat, okay? That's what I want to see. Not Steve Amell's face.
Speaking of movies, the Warcraft movie was very good. And
you went and saw it?
I've been playing Warcraft for 7 years, and it was so good. Like definitely the best video game to movie ever.
So, because I've never played a lick of Warcraft ever, did it stick to the lore? Like was everything like as it should have been?
Yes.
Or did they take any liberties because it's a movie?
They didn't. They stuck with the story. They took liberties with how quickly things happened, but that no one cared about that because it was very good. Like they didn't change the story at all. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they didn't change the story at all.
So out of 10, what's your score?
8.
8? Whoa, that's pretty high.
Yeah, it was this. So Toby Kibble, who played Duratan, one of the orcs, legit, probably the best motion capture performance I've ever seen. Made Andy Serkis look like a mediocre actor. Like it was incredible. Like watching, like The orcs, so the humans probably were more of a focus of the movie than the orcs were, but because of how good Toby Kebbell, Paula Patton, and the guy who played Ogrim and Gul'dan were, they just stole like everything. Like you didn't care about the humans at all. Kind of it, like part of it, you're like, I kind of hope the orcs win.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, the actor who played King Lane sucked. What I think happened was he didn't realize that this was going to be a big movie, and he thought it was just sort of like a shitty video game movie, and he didn't put 100% in. And when he's on screen with other people putting 100%, it just looks like he's sort of stiff and doesn't want to be there.
So let's ask the important question.
Hmm?
Was Leroy Jenkins in it?
He was not.
If
Instantly a 7 then. Instantly a 7.
could you
They
imagine?
did.
I don't care how phenomenal the movie is. If Leroy's not in it, it's a 7.
They did have a lot of references to the dude when they were showing Ironforge, like some of the cities and places in the game that are actually in the game. It was like wow, they really did a good job to make this like beat for beat.
That's pretty cool. I'm actually that's pretty damn cool.
And I saw it in a packed theater, and people who are going opening night on Thursday at first showing at 7 p.m. are hardcore Warcraft fans. Like, there's not just like the old woman, like, oh, let's go see a movie, honey.
No, they're
like, there's no.
They're the people that are like completely ghost white, haven't seen daylight in decades because they've been playing Warcraft.
And like the very opening shot is
Brought their shit buckets with them.
You see a guy riding from Ironforge to a city called Goldshire, which is like one of the most popular towns in the game. Is Goldshire? If you're a prostitute in the game, I don't even. This key just came off my. What is that? What is that?
That's the I button.
That's not the I, because that came off my numpad. There's no way that could be minus.
Oh, that's the minus button.
Why? It looks so weird. It's all the way to the side. All right,
That
I'm
is
sorry.
really weird.
I got distracted.
Distracted.
But there was a Murloc in the for like 30 seconds. They showed a Murloc and everyone lost their shit because it made that. Do you ever watch Hearthstone? You know the sounds Murlocs makes, like the and made that sound and everyone lost it. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's still a 7. It doesn't have Leroy in it. I mean, Leroy was.
The next one might have Leroy.
See, they could have done one thing. One thing.
It might.
During the epic battle at the end, they could have had somebody just run out prematurely and in the distance, really quietly, hear Leroy Jenkins.
It might be in the movie. There's the director said that if the movie does well, it's we're getting an extended edition because he had to cut 40 minutes out of the movie.
Oh wow!
40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah. So I can't but in the movie's already. So before the movie came out in America, so the budget was $120 million.
Damn.
Before the movie came out in America, it was at $160 million.
Damn.
It made $90 million in 2 days in China.
It's over. Yeah, they're gonna make their money back, no problem.
Yeah, they've already made their money back before it came to America, and opening weekend's not over yet. So.
Yeah, they're fine. They're not worried about it.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna get a sequel and hopefully the extended edition. Which
I hope Leroy is in the extended.
I hope so too.
Because
there were scenes that were like the behind the scenes featurettes that I was excited to see, and then I'm like, they didn't show that in the movie. But I'm like, it looks dumb. So why would they cut it? It's not like they. Yeah, but it was very good.
So E3 hopes and dreams, guys. E3 hopes and dreams. I'm going to be simulcasting E3 on my Twitch channel if you guys want to come and hang out. I think my mods are going to be playing I Need to Play That. And what I Need to Play That is a game that happened on E3 last year. We were sitting there watching it on my Twitch channel, and every time I said, man, I need to play this game, one of my mods is like, all right, everybody, take a drink. And I'm like, listen,
gosh.
if we play I Need to Play That, y'all are going to die of alcohol poisoning, like right then and there. Because it's going to happen. I mean, I say everything like, I need to play this game. I need to play this.
One thing that everyone wants to make clear is that don't fall for Ubisoft's E3 stuff, because We know what happened last time.
Although, big ups to a fellow streamer named Blastman13. He's really cool. He got into Watch Dogs really big. Like, he still plays it, and his whole stream is built around Watch Dogs. He does the hacking, multiplayer, all that stuff. And Ubisoft flew him out to E3 from Canada to be the poster child for Watch Dogs 2. And I hope Watch Dogs 2 is worth shit. I hope it is. I hope Watch Dogs 2 makes it, okay?
I do too.
Not only for my friend Blastman, but also for the fact that it has a great idea as a game. It's just the first one was executed very poorly.
I feel like they could they're going to try to pretend like Watch Dogs 1 never happened because they're changing the story. They're going with a new character. It's take placing in a different setting. So it's completely the events of the first one probably won't have any effect on this one.
We'll see what happens.
And especially since they were trying to make you feel bad for a sociopathic killer. Like
Who,
he played a main
Aiden?
character who just slaughtered people. And
He
they were
did.
trying to make you feel bad for you.
No, he was a murderer.
Exactly, he was slaughtering. I'm not feeling bad for this guy.
No, not at all. Not at all. As far as E3, man, I'm not really looking forward to anything. Like, I would like to see Dead Space 4. I know that's like a bucket dream because that'll never happen because Visceral Games is working on garbage right now.
You don't like Star
Well-
Wars?
Oh, that's right, they're doing 1313. Okay, I take that back.
It's like you don't like Star Wars?
Visceral Games, finish Star Wars and then work on Dead Space 4, please. Please. That's all I'm asking for.
So I think the most disappointing conferences will be number one Nintendo because I doubt this Zelda game. This Zelda game got to be the greatest game of all time if they're only bringing Zelda and Pokemon, and they're not talking about the NX.
I know
Those
that.
are the only two games at Nintendo's conference is Zelda and Pokemon.
I know
Pokemon
that.
Sun and Moon and Zelda Wii U.
I know that PlayStation's. They're announcing their new console, right? The
Yeah, the Neo.
Which everyone like, especially those who are all the PC Master Race, were like, why? Why
Yeah,
would
there's going to be another one in 2 more years. Like they're legitimately going to have to keep doing this.
Unless
They're going to have to keep updating it.
unless they make the parts hot swappable.
I doubt they'll do that.
I mean that's the only way they can keep up with it. I mean, like my 970, I got another 3 years before I have to worry about swapping that.
Yeah, I have 2, and I probably have.
You got about another 3 or 4 years before you need to worry about swapping it out. And you know what? Yeah, it's going to be a big investment when I do.
It's worth
But you
it.
know what? I get 5 years out of that, and I can still continue to stay up with new games and not have them throttled back like consoles do.
Also, I think Bethesda is going to have a super disappointing. This is what I meant. So they're going to show gameplay for Dishonored 2. They're going to do Outer Scrolls Legends. They're going to do probably Skyrim Remastered, which is retarded. And then they're going to do a new expansion for Outer Scrolls Online, and that's it.
Wait, have you seen the current, like, I think this got to the front page of Reddit like a couple times. It's Skyrim on PC, max settings, and it looks real.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to remaster it for, like, what's the point? Like,
They're
what
just remastering it for the PS4 and Xbox One.
you see, I'm not going to play it because I have it for the PC, and
If it's Outer Scrolls 6, that'd be great, but I
Yeah.
doubt it.
I don't care about it. What is it? What was it? What are you talking about?
Outer
Skyrim.
Scrolls?
Skyrim? I don't care about a Skyrim one.
What about it? Would you play a new Outer Scrolls? Outer Scrolls
Probably
6?
not.
You're not a fan?
Not a big fan. Not a big fan.
Not a big fan.
I doubt it'll be Outer Scrolls 6 because, and like they're having another press conference, which I don't think they're going to show anything. Microsoft's going to be lame as always.
I don't know, man.
Halo 5 Forge is on PC, so maybe Halo 5 is coming to PC.
I don't have any high hopes for E3. Like I want to see a game that comes out and surprises me. You know.
BioWare's making a Star Wars game, and they've been making that for a while, so I want to see that. Rockstar 7 years ago announced a game called Agent as a PlayStation exclusive, and it was a super ambitious game, so maybe we'll get that finally. Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe.
That's one game I would like to see released. I didn't even think about it until now. Red Dead Redemption 2. If they announced that, I would lose my shit. Okay, that is the only game I can think of that would make me lose my shit.
What else? I'm trying to think of what else. Fractured Butthole. That'd be
Oh
good
god,
to
the
see a
new,
release date on
the
that.
new fucking South Park game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
Dude,
stupid, but
They
it's gonna be
announced the
great.
name, when they said the name for that, I lost it when it was like South Park, the Fractured Butthole.
Only South Park. Stick of Truth was great.
Cringe.
Yeah, Stick of Truth was
Stick
great.
of Truth was great, and the problem with Stick of Truth though is it got monotonous real quick. Like you're
They've
like,
talked
yeah,
about that in the
combat
trailer.
hard. Oh,
They
they
talked
did.
about that.
That's funny.
Yeah. They're like, it's barely a combat system. It's going to be way better this time.
That's awesome. That's good. Glad to hear that. But it was still fun. Like I liked the story of Stick of Truth.
Probably get a release date for maybe gameplay from Mass Effect, Andromeda.
Ugh,
No, I don't care.
I'm all about the Mass Effect games.
Okay, so I want to see Resident Evil 7 or gameplay.
They don't have
for
they don't have the money for that.
or gameplay of Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yes, that's all Sega has the money for is remasters.
That's
They do.
Capcom, not Sega.
Yeah, Capcom. They don't have the money to make a new game.
They do. They're fine. Trust me. I don't care what anybody says. They're fine.
They don't have any money.
Also, I would love to see Sega announce the Dreamcast 2.
That's not going to happen.
That is what I would want to see. All right. I honestly, if the Dreamcast 2 came out, that's it. I would be like, hey, anybody want to buy a PS4, a 360, a PS3, and an Xbox One? Because I'm just gonna sell it to y'all for a Dreamcast 2.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Are they gonna do what they did last time? Walk outside, say, Dreamcast 2, available right now. Go get it.
Oh no. Could you imagine the?
Walmart's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
right.
Yeah,
Holy
you don't
crap!
even-
Order!
That would be
Yeah, but I'm not really looking. I'm just willing to be
Kingdom
surprised.
Hearts 3, probably, hopefully. We'll probably get a release date for that because they announced it 3 years ago, and last year, at the end of the trailer, it said now in development. So I don't know what that means when you announce a game 3 years ago, and it just last year you say it's now in development. Because they did make 2 other Kingdom Hearts games before they popped out 3. They did that 2.8 and then 2.5.
No, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pop out like 2.7/8 of a mark of an inch. Dream Remnant Chain.
Dude,
Okay.
what kind of company makes a $60 prologue?
Activision?
Activision owns Kingdom Hearts?
No, I'm just saying. Activision will do it in a heartbeat. Probably EA too. Any of them.
Yes.
Because that's
Cyberpunk's not coming to E3, unfortunately.
bummer.
Which I was super hyped for that because Witcher was great, and CD Projekt Red seems to know how to make a good video game.
They do make an excellent video game. You know what's really cool about Witcher 3? They are still supporting that motherfucker after a year. They are still doing patches and updates and making the game even more. They're talking about doing like 5 or 6 more patches and to make sure the game is perfect before they leave it alone.
Didn't Blood and Wine come out a little bit ago?
Yes.
And I saw a post that someone said that normal traditional DLCs add an hour to the game. Like CD Projekt Red adds a game to the game.
Well, see, that's the thing. Here's the thing, and there was a big debate me and Jordan had about it whenever Witcher came out. Blood and Wine, and what was the first one? Heart of Stone, right?
Heart of Stone.
Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine are not DLC. They are expansion packs.
Yes.
DLC is the free horse skins, the skins for all the other characters, the new card decks, stuff like that. That is DLC. This is an expansion pack. And that's another thing about Destiny. Everybody was crying about the Taken King not being covered in the season pass. Taken King is season 2. not season 1. When you buy the season pass for Destiny, you were paying for the first season.
But when it tells, okay, there's the difference between the two, which I don't care about it that much because people pay for what they want. But in Destiny, they named the expansions you would get. They told you what you would get before day one when you bought that season pass. They told you what you were getting, and Taken King wasn't listed under that.
Yep.
What CD Projekt Red said was before they announced the expansion thing, when they first announced the game, they said all DLC would be free. Now, they should have said all DLC will be free. That means horses and armor. The expansions will cost $30.
But a DLC and an expansion are not the same thing.
But they didn't. But CD Projekt Red has never done an expansion before. They've only done DLC. So they should have clarified what they meant and just didn't think that people would be paying $60 and getting every piece of content for Witcher 3.
Yeah, but also if you look
That's the only thing.
If you look at the actual the DLC or the expansion pack, like if you go to the Steam store right now and you look at the Blood and Wine, it does not say DLC, it says expansion.
But I'm saying they said this when they announced the game before they announced a season pass.
Oh, okay.
They said all the DLC would be free before they started talking about DLC versus expansion. That's what I'm saying. They should have right then should have said, "This is what we mean by this."
Okay, fair point.
Best thing about the Watch Dogs trailer is the cue ball tied around a rope as a weapon.
Ow.
Yo, that, huh?
Ow.
What do you mean? Oh, they take a cue ball, they drill a hole through the cue ball, slid a rope through it, and the guy is beating the hell out of people with a cue ball.
Yes.
No.
Ow.
Like a ninja. Oh, ow! I think she said how.
He could have made it. See, listen. If you want to do it at home, you just take a sock and then you get, and you just.
Dude, in the reveal trailer, they show how they made it. They're teaching kids how to make a. Dude, there's gonna be a school fight, and this kid's gonna bust out a cue ball rope and beat. Oh my God! I could not even imagine getting hit by that. I guess the crazy can.
Oh yeah. See. Mm-hmm. This is what happens. So I know we're gonna move on. We've talked about E3 enough, but I won a contest.
Okay.
A Homefront contest.
Oh, the most disappointing game ever as of right now, I believe.
Yeah. So I put the link in the chat. You should see it. This is what it says. You can click on it, zoom in, because it's not best quality, but basically I got a loot crate. I think.
Nice.
And I entered it because I was like, I liked Homefront. I liked the first Homefront game. I thought it was a little different, and I didn't really care. Like I played it for like 2 weeks, beat the campaign, played multiplayer for like a day, and I was like, all right, whatever. But so now that I won, I wonder like what's gonna be in that loot crate.
That is a very interesting question.
Speaking of loot crate, if you go to see the Warcraft movie, you get the game for free.
What?
Really?
You get the entire game and a month of playtime for free if you buy a ticket to see the Warcraft movie. Yeah, when I went to so I paid my tickets for Fandango. I went to get my tickets from like the thing, and he handed me a card, and it was the code to put in on BattleNet, and you get the entire game for free. You don't get Legion, the one that comes out in August, but you get up to the current expansion for free.
Whew.
That's actually pretty pimp.
I might have to get into it now.
First, you're gonna have people who haven't played in a long time because you still put the code in, and if you already own it, then you just get a month for free, and you're gonna get people re-addicted, and then you're gonna get the new people who are just like, oh, I go see this Warcraft movie, and then they see the movie and like, oh, I check out the game, and then Blizzard's like, we gotcha, bitch.
Huh.
Marketing team is just.
Oh, also, the pre-order bonuses for the Assassin's Creed movie have been announced, which is ridiculous. But if you pre-order right now, you get a digital copy of the script when it comes out. If you pay $30 for your ticket, you get a pop doll of an Assassin's Creed figure, and if you pay $80, you get a hidden blade.
Really?
Which is this going to be a thing? Like pre-order bonuses for video game movies? Is that going to be like the new?
No pre-order 2015.
Also, Nintendo has hired. I can't remember his name, but he was a producer for something, and people think the rumors are he's going to be the head of Nintendo's cinematic universe. So he's going to be like the Kevin Feige of Marvel to Nintendo.
Really?
I bet you they start with a Mario movie, then go to a Zelda movie, and then go to like a we're all together to save the world of Mario.
I just don't want another Mario movie like we had in the 90s.
I don't think we will because I feel like we could we're past that point. And also after all this news came out, the director of the original Mario movie said he wanted Danny DeVito to play Mario.
You know what? Bob Hoskins was amazing as Mario. And there are so many goofy stories. Like if you ever watch like the behind the scenes stuff about that, like the interviews with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins, they were drunk the majority of the shooting of that movie. Bob Hoskins had like within the first week had got just full, just tired of the shit from the directors. So he started in between takes, just started drinking. And about 2 weeks later, John Leguizamo was like, you know what? I don't blame him. So they started drinking together in between shots, and there are certain scenes that they are getting hammered, and they still maintain their characters, which is awesome.
I can't even remember what I was about to say now. But that movie was a clusterfuck.
It really was. I mean, it's still fun to go back and watch, and like laugh about how bad it is. It's up there with like Batman and Robin. Probably one of the worst like Batman movies in existence, next to everything that Christian Bale ever did with Christopher Nolan, because they were horrible. But it's probably the worst with the bad puns, the overacting, the bat nipple suits and stuff like that. But it's still so fun to go back and watch and just laugh about.
Oh, speaking of my boy Christopher Nolan, this man is so ridiculous with not liking to use CG. He had a fleet of World War II Spitfire planes built, and he attached an IMAX camera to a helicopter and had them reenact dogfights.
That's pretty cool.
So that he could, I'll link the video, so that he could film it and not have to use CG.
What he just recently did a movie. What movie did he recently do?
Interstellar.
And was it Interstellar?
I love Interstellar.
Interstellar was the last movie he did.
And Interstellar was fantastic.
I loved it.
Absolutely loved it.
Before that was Dark Knight Rises, and then before that was The Prestige, which was very... You didn't like The Prestige?
It was okay. Like, I don't know. The ending rubbed me wrong. Like, I felt bad for the both of them.
Yeah. Did you like the whole cloning thing?
Yeah, the whole cloning plot was pretty interesting. If you haven't watched the movie, it's probably on Netflix. Go watch it.
It's very good.
It is.
Then before that,
is, but it was just...
Then before that, he did Interstellar. I mean, not Interstellar, Inception.
Okay.
Did you like Inception?
Yeah, like everybody else did. I was like, man, this is cool. Is he still in the dream? No, he isn't, because it wobbles at the end.
No, he's still... Okay. He is still... I promise you, the whole movie takes place in a dream. I 5 seconds, I can explain it. They go in limbo. They're in limbo, where they're with Ma. DiCaprio's character and his wife are in limbo. Remember that? That's how the movie... That's where they are. They kill themselves, they go up, and then they assumably come out of limbo. But when what's her name? Ellen Page's character kills herself in limbo, she goes up one dream level. So DiCaprio is still inside of a dream when he killed himself. That's why his wife said, we need to kill ourselves again because we're still in a dream. And remember, she jumps from that window. And he is calling her in from across the street, come inside, like it's still a dream. Like she could physically come in through the window, like jump 50 feet into his door. Like, so she's still in a dream, unless she killed herself twice. And DiCaprio, everything happened inside of a dream for DiCaprio. Everything happened. None of it was real. None of the movie was real. None of it happened in the real world. The entire movie of Inception was a dream. None of it happened in the real world. Because DiCaprio only killed himself once, so he only went up one dream level. He did not come to reality.
So, YouTube and Twitch plans, guys.
I'll start. So recently, ever since the accident, I've had not like a new lease on life, but basically I've started seeing things differently. And so I decided, all right, I'm just gonna post whatever whenever and whenever I want. So like the last video I did was, I think it was putting the LED lights on my boosted board, which is actually really cool. I really like that video because now people can see me at night, so I don't get hit by cars. But
I'm not getting ran the fuck over again.
Yep, nope, not again. You're gonna see me from miles away. I'm gonna blind people as I drive by them. And I've been seeing a lot of movies recently because I go and see movies on my day off, which is Tuesday, which is a terrible day to see movies. That's why they cost $6 for a movie ticket.
Yeah, it's a great day to see movies.
Yeah, so
it's the cheapest day to see movies.
It is. So I pay the $6. And go in, and a movie that I saw recently was Nice Guys.
Good movie.
I love that movie. That movie was great. I didn't know it was about porn, and it made it even better.
A little mad because the movie got spoiled for me.
Oh, got spoiled for you? That
in
sucks.
the theater. People on Reddit were complaining about this too. I was in the theater, and a trailer for it was like an ad. Like they play ads before the trailer.
Yeah.
It was an ad for a movie website where they had Nice Guys. They spoiled everything. The ending, the ending like sort of fight scene.
Yeah.
They showed that scene.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I going in, I did not know it was about they're going for a film. I did not know that. And that ending fight scene completely ruined, and I'm like, okay, go now. I was so mad.
Oh, also another movie that I saw was the George Clooney movie, Money Monster. Love that movie as well.
I didn't even know that came out yet.
You should watch The Network, and I guarantee you won't like it anymore.
The what?
The Network. It came out in the 80s, and it wants to be The Network so bad.
Oh, I didn't see it, so that's why I probably loved it.
What is her name? She was in Silence of the Lambs.
Clary, the girl who played Clarice?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm about to look this up.
Go to Google.
What did you say it's going to come to me? Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster cannot direct a movie to save her life. She should be ashamed of herself. She tried to rip off Network so badly with that movie, and it's ridiculous. And then she complains that Hollywood won't give female directors a chance. Well, you're not making anything original. You're just ripping off outstanding movies from the 80s.
Right.
Oh, but get back to what. So that's what I was doing for YouTube, and for Twitch, I want to stream more, but you see, the problem with me and being here a whole bunch is that rent's expensive. Got to work a whole bunch. And by the time I get back, I have to get ready for the next day, and that's kind of the cycle I've been in. That's why I can't do the show majority of the times, because I have to work on Sundays a lot. But that's okay. We're getting to the summer, and since I work at a live streaming company for high schools, there's nothing to do during the summer. So we have normal everyday projects, and I don't have to work on the weekends. So I probably will get back to streaming, and to be honest, I'll stream Destiny 100% because I'm all for it. And I'm looking for Fire Team, so if you're out there, you play Xbox One. I know Kelly, you're already there.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
But because we need to, I haven't done King's Fall yet.
Dude, I'd be down once I can get my my character a high enough level. I would be down for some King's Fall.
Listen, I don't even know how to do it. I have no idea, but we're in for it. But that's what I've been doing. What about you, Jordan? What are you doing?
I just bought a bunch of new gear to make my stream better. I changed my whole work schedule around so I figured streaming during the day and at nights would not be beneficial for my channel because it's a hard place to grow. So my new stream times will be from 11:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day.
Whew.
Damn.
Sleep is a thing. Did you know that?
No, I sleep during the day because I work at night. I changed my work schedules so that I work nights. I get off at like 10:30 and then I start streaming at 11.
Oof.
And I figure there's less competition at 11:30. And when you're hitting like 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., there's less competition. I'm not fighting for the views as much.
Actually, there's a lot of competition. You got to deal with European streamers and stuff like that because there's a lot of people. I know there's a good chunk of streamers that stream overnight like that because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but there's less. So if I was to start streaming at like say 6, I'm fighting against literally every big streamer.
Yeah, every big streamer starts around
But
6,
at night,
6 to
I
8
looked
o'clock.
at sort of nights and super early mornings. I looked and it's like Josh OG, Elohim, and a few other people who are in like the 500s. But Josh OG and Elohim are the two largest that stream during that time period.
That is true.
So it's not like I'm going against like literally like Jericho Summit, Soda Poppin', JP, Co, Tally, like literally everyone. So yeah.
All right, Kelly. I
All
know
right.
that you have the master plan.
Me?
Yeah.
Considering a lot of things that are going on in my life right now, I am currently concentrating a lot on building my Twitch streaming community up a lot more. Like I added the Game List subscription button because I need to start showing that I can get people to subscribe to me. You know, if I can get a certain amount of subscribers to Game List, it'll help improve, show Twitch that hey guys, I might be worth giving a frickin' sub button to. You know. I'm gonna start YouTube. I'm doing a lot more. Like I've been uploading this entire dual commentary on Silent Hill with Jordy, and me and him are we started a new channel called Sounds Legendary, and it is gonna be me and him. We're gonna pick a game. Like we did Resident Evil as the first one. The first Resident Evil video went up today. It's now live on Sounds Legendary, and it's just basically. He's playing Resident Evil, I'm in a call, and we're just talking as we're playing through it. We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. We talk to the chat, we talk about just whatever. And the next game we're doing is Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter. And I'm going to be playing Turok, and he's going to be in the call, and we're just going to be chatting. And that's the plan. There's nothing monumental about this channel. We're not going to be going crazy with it. If it gets big, it gets big. If not, we are doing it because it's fun. Because we enjoy doing it. If people watching it are enjoying it too, that is fantastic. We kind of talked about the future of it. Like if it does take off, we're talking about doing like a Patreon. But even then, if we do like a Patreon, it's gonna be something very basic. Like okay, so if you're a $5 Patreon, you get to choose the next game, you know, or you can be in a 10-minute call, or you can be in an entire episode with us. Something like that. I mean, nothing huge, nothing advanced, because we don't expect anything to come from this except for two friends getting to hang out and talk with each other. And I'm going to continue on with my regular YouTube channel, Do Sub Sunday, post more vlogs. I have some stuff going on in my life right now that I told my stream last night. And I probably will talk about it more here in a couple days. It's just I'm working through it. I'm trying to finish up a lot of different things to prepare for the future events that are happening. But it's
Divorcing your wife or your boyfriend?
no.
Oh.
She's okay with my boyfriend. No, I guess I could say it. Basically, at the end of the month, I'm not going to have a job.
What happened to the vape shop?
All the FDA regulations are making it difficult for us, and it's causing a lot of stress on the community, and we have like 10 shops in the area, and the amount of business that we were getting in has reduced tremendously. So they just can't pay me anymore. Like I'm losing my job at the end of the month, and soon following up, the person they hired with me is going to be losing his job, and unless something monumental happens, they're just going to be cutting off excess people to save the shop.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, and I don't blame them. I'm not mad about it. I mean, me and Derek sat down and we talked and we discussed things, and he's like, I wish I could keep you on, but right now I'm losing so much money. It's not, because of just everything. Honestly, the FDA regulations hit us hard. It scared a lot of people from vaping. A lot of people are slowing down. A lot of people are, quitting completely and utterly. So it's caused a lot of stress. So I'm looking for a job. I'm actively searching for a job. I have to fill out an application today, and I'm turning it in tomorrow with my resume for an IT job. And honestly, I would love to get my Twitch channel to the point, and my Patreon to the point where I can support myself by doing this instead of going full time with a job.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens, yay! If it doesn't happen, it's okay. I'm still gonna stream. I'm still gonna do my YouTube videos. I'm just gonna have a job. Another job that takes up a tremendous amount of my time. I would love to be able to do Twitch full time. I would love to be able to do YouTube full time because I love Twitch. I love doing Twitch. I love interacting with my viewers. I love talking to you guys. I love playing games with you guys. I actually love doing Sub Sunday. Sometimes I'm like, oh god, I gotta do Sub Sunday. I don't want to talk. But I still love doing them. I really do. And it makes me sad that I found this job I really love, and due to the current climate with big tobacco and all this stuff, it's screwed me out of a job I really love. So, rip. So hey, become a Patreon if you guys want to support the channel, or if you're over on my Twitch channel, subscribe.
Kelly, I'm going to do
Yes,
you
sir.
a favor. I'm going to find the congressmen and senators who are going against vaping, and we're going to kill them for you.
oh my god.
It's too late. The regulation is already in effect. It's a matter of the next 2 years.
I
putting it
promise
in
you,
effect.
if I send them like their newly born baby's arm in a box, they're reversing
Wow. Wow.
This guy. Oh, Jordan. you're hilarious.
shit. Some people are going to come get me now because I just threatened a bunch of congressmen.
I'm gonna be like, hey Cole, have you talked to Jordan lately?
All of a sudden, you're gonna see the SWAT team rolling in. Oh, like, oh god, they're gonna come after us one by one.
Oh god. Oh god, they're doomed.
Speaking of, I totally forgot to mention this when I was telling my story. I couldn't go to PAX East. I couldn't go because I got hit the weekend before.
You got hit by a car.
Yep.
I didn't
and,
go. I'm going to TwitchCon.
Wait, before we start talking about TwitchCon, so what I did was that, canceled my hotel, canceled everything, and wrote PAX East this sob story. Like, guys, I just, I got hit by a car, I was going to go, I had this thing, I live down here, we're not that far away, and they're like, okay, it's cool, you can have your money back. So I got my money back.
That's awesome, dude.
So, shout out to the guys over at PAX for hooking me up. It's the best. But about TwitchCon, when is it this year? It's October, right?
It's the end of September, the beginning of October.
Yeah, 30th to the 1st.
See, I would go, but I got bills.
I will not be able to go.
Okay.
I cannot go because money. I mean, everything comes down to I can't afford to go.
I have been saving since TwitchCon last year, and I'm ready to go.
So
I would love to be able to go, don't get me wrong. I would love to be able to go.
Anybody who's watching, hit me up on Twitter if you're going, because I'm going to be hanging out by myself.
See, the thing is, I hope next year, like, we all can go, and then we can do a sub Sunday from TwitchCon.
I would love to be able to do that.
It'd be the coolest.
It would be. So
I've been playing a lot of GTA. And I don't know what to stream. I feel like I could play Overwatch. I could play Overwatch forever. But GTA seems like it'd be fun too. But I don't. And if there's a new Red Dead Redemption, that could be an easy switch from GTA to Red Dead.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah,
not going
it
to.
would be.
It could, but it also could be an easy switch from Overwatch to Lawbreakers.
It could be.
I might
Maybe.
flip a coin. I might flip a coin.
Do what you want.
Yeah, honestly, do what you want, man. Do what makes you happy.
If you really like playing
Oh.
Overwatch all day, then do it.
I got this. So the microphone. I had a boom stand like you have. Cole, do you have like the newer?
I got this off Amazon one day. I have no idea.
Okay, because I had that. And, like yours is the one that goes up and like it bends, right?
Yeah.
I had that, but it was blocking the view of my monitors, and I didn't like that because I couldn't see all three monitors like clearly. So I got this. I got a mini boom, and it's literally like 13 inches, and it just goes like right there, and it doesn't block anything, and it's awesome.
That's pretty cool. I actually looked into doing a mini boom. Like I have a full like my mic is actually a full size stage mic stand.
Is it on the ground?
Yeah. It actually goes behind my desk and below my desk, and it's all right down below me.
This
We have
was
a friend.
$7.
I have a friend that works at a guitar store in the area, and he had one of the old mic stands for like $30.
Hey.
And it's
Steal.
nice. I mean, I can't complain about it one bit.
Yeah, this was like $7 on Amazon, and I saw it from a YouTuber's, like he did a setup video, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool idea. I'm probably just gonna steal that.
I don't have a place to set that up yet right now.
Oh,
Once-
this just clamps onto the edge of the desk.
Yeah, I have no place to set that up. If I were to do it, it would be like right here in my face.
Uh,
But yeah, so yeah, TwitchCon, I would love to go. I really would. But at the end of September, the weekend before the last weekend of September, I'm going to AWA in Atlanta with my kids and my wife. We're all going, and we're going to run around at an anime convention and have some fun, be nerds.
Oh,
stuff like
you
that.
gotta make videos, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I need to know. I need to know.
so TwitchCon is like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's 3 days, and I'm probably gonna leave. So I'm trying to get a flight that leaves Thursday, and I come back Monday. But depending if I can save up some extra money, I might stay for like a few extra days and explore San Diego
No. Hey.
and
Mr.
or
Baller.
vlog it.
Do it, man. Vlog that shit.
Oh.
And see, the best thing about TwitchCon is everyone knows about YouTube and Twitch, so it's not like one of those weird things where like, why is that dude walking around talking to his camera?
Dude, there was so much freaking purple at TwitchCon last year. Okay, it like you could have thrown a gay pride parade in there, and the purple would have been taken care of at TwitchCon last year. Okay,
Dude, the thing that's going to be like expensive for me is when all the streamers come out with their like TwitchCon shirts. You know, there were so many like Tally legit last year's TwitchCon shirt had like probably the best one I've ever seen. Like, it was great.
Tally is an amazing dude.
Really?
I spoke with him for 15 minutes. Like whenever Paladins, we were standing at the Paladin booth,
Mm-hmm.
and I stood there and we talked for 15 minutes or so. And he is a stand-up fucking dude in real life. I mean, awesome dude.
Are you still mad at Co? Are you over that?
I spoke to him. I spoke with him about it. I was like, dude,
He's
don't
probably
fuck
like,
them.
he's probably like, please don't hit me.
No.
I'm sorry. He was like, I'm about to get killed at TwitchCon over being rude to a guy on stream.
But yeah, it's me. I'm good with Co now. Although it was funny because like Scarfino is one of the other streamers I watch. Scarfino's a super ridiculously nice guy, and I thought he was taller than he was. No, dude's like 5'0", and when I met him, he looked up at me like, "Holy crap, you're huge!" And one of his mods, Bacchus, we were talking after TwitchCon in his chat, and there's this guy in his chat named America. Whenever we play, when we play Dirty Bomb, I would accuse America of using hacks and cheating and stuff like that because he was really good at the game. I didn't actually mean it, but he'd be talking crap back and stuff like that. And then Scarfino said something about me, like, dude, he's like, dude, you are humongous, and Bacchus was like, yes, Zord is confirmed Viking, and the first thing that America pops up and says, next time he ever accused me of cheating, I am not arguing with him. It's like, I don't think about exactly how big of a person I am, and not fat, guys. I mean, I am a fat guy, but I am a tall person, and even if I was not fat, I would still be a large person, because I've been a large person my entire life.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot, which doesn't sound tall, but it is tall compared to the people who are like 5'5", 5'9", stuff like that. And my build is large.
I'm a 5'11", so I cry every time.
You're still 1 inch short.
I'm 7'8".
I
have to duck between doorways. Just a monster of a.
My
Like
best
on
friend
stilts.
is 6'5", and
Dude.
he has to duck under certain doorways, and he has to actually, like, whenever he was stretching, he has to make sure he doesn't hit his hand in the fan all the time.
I went to Six Flags last year with friends, and we saw a dude. We thought he was on stilts, and then like we were arguing. No, we were like, no, that dude's on stilts. I was like, no, he's not. Look at his arms. His arms are proportional to his legs. We were So imagine like a normal sized shed that you would store things in, like a decent sized shed. He was taller than the shed.
Holy crap!
He was a massive person, and like. I'm like, his arms are proportional. He's not on stilts. And why would he be on stilts dressed like a janitor? He's just a big man.
That is kind of terrifying, actually.
There's this dude on Reddit. He was 7'1", and he was on r/advice, and he was asking for where he could buy cheap clothes. And someone asked like a bunch of stuff about him, and he said he's into shorter girls, and the number one comment was, well, taller girls aren't really an option. It's like, well, yeah.
That's funny.
Shorter girl for him's like, 6'1", 6'2".
Dude, could you imagine like a 7'1" dude with a 4'8" girl? Like a dwarf? A dwarf!
There was this couple in high school. I don't remember the boy's name, but the guy's name was Tanya. And Tanya was 5 feet tall on the dot. He was 6'9". They're married now.
Wow. Are there kids? What are their kids?
I don't know. I hope they're
Normal
average.
height?
I
Normal
hope
height?
they're average height.
They averaged it out.
They probably did. I dated a girl that was 4'11" in high school.
I
Yeah.
completely got that. I thought you said 6'11". I'm like, what? You're into big girls.
Shannon was 4'11". I called her my wife when she met her. She calls her the mental midget because Shannon was nuts. That bitch was crazy.
Speaking of crazy people, did you Liam Hemsworth?
Hemsworth?
That's not the one who's Thor, right? That's Thor's brother.
Chris
from Hunger
Hemsworth,
Games.
yeah.
So Liam Hemsworth, he was in the Expendables, and apparently Jean-Claude Van Damme kicked him in the chest, like full out, like hard, kicked him in the chest during the scene, and his hands were tied behind his back, and he drops to his knees and sort of is like heavily breathing, trying to like get himself together and not make a big deal about this. Jean-Claude Van Damme takes off his glasses, looks him in the face, and said, "Don't worry, that was a controlled kick." And Liam Hemsworth was like, "No, it wasn't. You just kicked me in the chest."
He's Jean-Claude Van Damme, I mean.
Yeah.
And then like everyone, like as soon as he said that he was working with Jean-Claude Van Damme, like the host of the talk show was like, "Crazy." Apparently everyone else on the couch who worked with him said he's out of his mind.
Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme? Yeah, he's nuts.
Dude, he would send 40. This one guy put up on his phone. He's like, he had this saved. It was a 48-page email. He attached a Word document as an email. 48 pages. Most of it rambling on about nothing. You have to be out of your mind to sit down and type a 48-page email.
I still wouldn't mess with him, though.
Sometimes you just gotta let it out, man.
You gotta vent.
You gotta let it out.
Just out of his mind.
That is funny. Go ahead.
Apparently, Jason Statham's out of his mind too. Like he actually
Oh.
believes he's like the characters he plays. Like in real life, he thinks he's a badass.
But he's a method actor. What do you expect?
But Daniel Day-Lewis has able to snap himself out of Abraham Lincoln. He doesn't. Jason Statham thinks he could beat up Mike Tyson and like Conor McGregor. Like he believes this with all his heart. Daniel Day-Lewis, I'm pretty sure right now does not think he's Abraham Lincoln anymore. He might have for a little bit, but not anymore.
That's terrifying. That's kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Dude, could you imagine if Daniel Day-Lewis can never snap back out of it and he's Abraham Lincoln? He just couldn't get out.
That'd be
That
fun.
would be.
He
he's
goes
like-
around going up to black people. You're welcome.
He's continually trying to walk right into the White House like he owns it.
Dude, that would be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. That would be hilarious.
Did you see Obama did a thing where he
Oh
played
yes.
played Daniel Day-Lewis playing Obama?
Oh Jesus.
It was hilarious.
he
He was doing something for because Steven Spielberg won like some presidential medal or some shit, and so he did that when Lincoln came out.
I think the coolest thing that I saw just recently, actually, Obama was on Jimmy Fallon's show, and he was doing, I forget exactly, but basically they played some sexual type music, and they had Obama just talk about what he's done over his presidency, and then Jimmy Fallon would come in and be like, yeah. But it's probably the funniest video I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because and Obama does a double mic drop at the end. Double. Two.
double mic drop.
Obama's a funny man.
Drops it, catches it, then drops it again. I was like, this guy.
Oh, speaking of Obama, did you see the house he bought?
No.
I don't
Hold
care
on.
for what he bought.
He bought a pimp it was like $5.8 million house in D.C. for when he's done being prez.
Oh, he's going to stay in D.C.?
He said that he's moving out as soon as his kids graduate high school, but he doesn't want to make them change high schools as like the president's daughter.
I don't blame him. Strangely enough, I don't blame him there because being the president's daughter is rough.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever been a president's daughter, but I mean I can only imagine.
From the movie, My Date with the President's Daughter.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
God, what was that like? Wasn't that like a Disney Channel
It was a
original or
Disney-
something?
Yeah. Dude, Disney Channel had some good movies.
They really did.
Dude, do you remember Disney produced Holes, and they legit had that on Disney Channel for every day for like 3 years straight?
Holes was really good. I know a lot of
Holes
people
was
are
really
like,
good.
"Oh my God, it's not like the book," and I can understand why a couple people are mouth breathing about it. But honestly, Holes
I didn't
was
know it
actually
was a
pretty
book.
damn good. It
Madame
was a book,
Cerrone. Whew.
right?
I thought it was really cool, like when they would go from like present to past, like that transition they had where it was like a ghost town, like it was like fog would roll in, and it would be all ghosty, and then you would have like the past town that used to be on the desert. I thought that was a
Yeah.
really cool thing.
That was a pretty cool thing.
You wanna talk about it?
I like how the story progressed. How it ended up being Madame Zeroni's like great grandson, and he was the great grandson of the guy who promised Madame Zeroni that he would carry him up to drink out of the water and stuff like that. And it was, it all worked out generations later.
Yeah. Also, and it was one of the few movies where you have a full cast of child actors and they're not awful.
That and they're not strung out on drugs.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf went off the deep end, but
You know something? The stranger he gets, the better he gets. I hate to say it, but the crazier that man gets, the more I enjoy who he is as a person.
he had sex on camera, legitimate sex.
In what movie?
I gotta find it. But full penetration and everything.
Good. I like how he recently just stood in an elevator for like 4 days.
Oh,
And, like,
God, yeah.
The maniac.
And how some guy asked him to punch him in the face. That's great.
Did you see the live stream he did where he watched all of his movies?
Watches all of his movies? Yes.
That was great.
And he
Even
live
Steven-
he live reacted to him.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
It was like 3 days.
It was something like he was in way more movies than I thought he was in.
I think I think he even did all of Even Steven too.
That probably why it took 3 days.
So
The Even Steven movie was great. Dude, that's what I would pay money for, that reality show. Hitting cameras in a jungle and you drop people off, they think they're dead and they just need to survive. Like a plane crash, I would pay money for that.
you know what movie I would like to see? Like what the hell is his name? Robert Rodriguez needs to make it. The second one, the sequel to Predators. I don't know if you guys ever watched the first Predators. Not Predator, but Predators. It was a Robert Rodriguez film where a bunch of soldiers were pulled into a jungle on another planet, and a pack of predators were hunting them down. Had Adrian Brody in it, had Danny Trejo in it, and like a bunch of other people. Had Topher Grace in it, and it goes through, and they have this Russian guy with a big ass chain gun, and he's really funny. He's like just. It was a damn good movie, and I hope they make a sequel to it, because at the end of the first one, 2 of them survive and they're stuck on this planet, and they got to figure out how the hell to get off. Like, I would love to see what happens next to them.
Speaking of Predators, Alien Covenant, directed by Ridley Scott, got its first bit of information. I try to find the picture.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
So this takes place after Prometheus, right?
No, Prometheus is no longer canon.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be its own thing.
Yeah, here's the photo. It looks really... And Ridley Scott's a great director. The Martian was great.
The Martian was fantastic.
I didn't know he directed American Gangster. And that's a great movie, too.
Alien Covenant. Ripley's supposed to be in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I hope it's good, because isn't it supposed to be done by Neil Blomkamp, the guy who did like Chappie and District 9 and stuff like that?
I love both of those movies.
No, it's directed by Ridley Scott and written by Michael Green.
It is going to be directed by Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
Okay, because originally I heard Neil Blomkamp was going to be doing it.
I think that might have been when they originally there was another Prometheus movie that it still might be in development, and he might be doing that.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. But I don't know, man. I'm excited for another Alien movie. I'm excited. I hope it's good. Like, Alien has some good stuff and some really bad stuff. Mainly anything that has to do with Alien versus Predator, which were horrible movies. But like, Alien 1, Aliens, Alien 3 was good. I don't care when anybody says Alien 3 was still good. I enjoyed it. The action was fun. It kind of brought back the fear of the original Alien movie. Alien Resurrection, what's his face? Ron Perlman made that whole movie worth watching. Absolutely. And I think that's it for right now. I don't think there's any other Alien movies after Resurrection, besides the Alien vs. Predators.
There's a game that I played. It was the Alien vs. Predator game, I believe.
2000, the 2000 one.
It was the one where you can play. There's 3 different storylines. You can either play as the alien, you can play as a predator, or you can play as a human. I forgot exactly which game that was, but I think it was great playing as a human, because you're so underpowered.
You really are. Okay, so I take it back. There's one game I am super stoked about, and that is Batman: The Telltale Series.
Yeah, have you seen the pictures?
I just looked at them, and
So-
I am yeah. That's it. I'm done. That's all I care about.
Can you guys explain to me how Telltale Games they get permission to do all these
They just ask.
they just ask?
They probably say, these are the numbers for The Walking Dead. This is how much it cost us to make it, and this is how much it made, and we'll give you 20% of that.
Oh yeah.
People are like,
Let's not even
"Deal."
talk about one of the most fantastic ones to date, and that is Tales from the Borderlands. Because Tales from the Borderlands was just amazing. If you the music on Tales from the Borderland was on point. I mean, all the Borderlands games have some really great music in the opening sequences. Like Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, and so on and so forth. But the music for Tales from the Borderland was just beautifully put together. The intro scenes were great. The characters developed well. Then the last episode where you have almost a Power Rangers-esque battle just made me laugh, and I enjoyed it. The story was awesome, and they need to make a second season like now.
Speaking of shit,
He lost it.
oh, Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones Telltale game.
Uh-huh.
They are giving information for future events in the TV show. So, spoilers if you're not caught up with the TV show. Minor spoilers, but still spoilers. Theon's brother, uncle, something Greyjoy, don't remember his name, but he's a main character in the Game of Thrones game. He was in, I think it was Karth. He was in Marine, where all of Daenerys' ships got burned.
Yeah.
He was there in that city, and then he comes back ready to give her new ships. So I kind of think they're insinuating that he's the one who burned those ships.
Oh, Daenerys is coming back to the Westeros, and she's coming back in force.
Dude, do you think she's going to team up with the Greyjoys, or do you think she says, "You're one of the old houses that turned against my father"?
I think the Vale, what is it? The Greyjoys, their entire group, Jon, are going to come back and just tear the Ramsays a new one, and just get rid of the Boltons completely and utterly. Okay.
Sansa. Last episode, Sansa wrote a letter to Littlefinger.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Littlefinger's shit-ass plots, little lame-ass story in that show.
He controls the Vale.
That noise. Littlefinger's little plot in the show was garbage. He would have never done that to Sansa because he loves Catherine that much, and that is her daughter.
I think it was
trash.
I don't think he fully knew. I really don't think he knew everything that was.
No.
I think
bullshit. He knew exactly what Ramsay was capable.
I think he knew she would be raped, but I did not think he knew he would do everything else that he did. Bullshit. I think he looked at all the options and was like, they're built for it, right, Woody? In the words of Woody, they're built for it.
Oh, no, not that again.
So, yeah.
Wow.
See, I haven't watched an episode of Game of Thrones in about 2 seasons, but I'm caught up because everyone just talks about it, so I'm just like, okay, this, that, this. But I did watch Hold the Door because I had to.
Hold the Door.
Hurt me.
I don't know. He needs to finish that book, and you know what, Jordan? Bite my ass, okay? That's all I'm saying about the book. You can just bite my ass, okay?
Going to TwitchCon, baby?
No, I'm not. But I'm going and I'm spending time with my wife and kids at an anime convention, and I'm going to have a blast hanging out with my best friend. Yeah, you have fun at TwitchCon. I'm going to go have a blast with Tony, my best friend.
Tony.
Yeah, my best friend in the whole wide world, Tony. I've known him since I've known him since we were 10. Okay, 21 years now. Okay, we have been friends forever, and then Jordy is my other best friend, and so on and so forth. I have loads of best friends. You can have more than one best friend.
Is Jordy still selling videos on his channel? Because how much do you think you think he would sell me a host?
I don't know what the hell he's doing.
I bet I could get a host from him.
What my next goal right now is to settle my beef with White Boy.
I saw that. Could I get on that show so I could yell at White Boy, basically? What the hell?
Oh yeah. Man? Well, you know the story behind that, right? I told you guys.
Yeah, it was. He misspelled your name
3 times.
Nice.
And he put my link in the description wrong. And this is at a time where I was just starting and I was new, and so he's pronounced my name's first one is M. Dakweezy, and then I'm DeWeezy. White Boy,
You need to make a post on Reddit because that dude really fucked over Syndicate. Well, that didn't do anything to Syndicate. It just really hurt him because no one's ever going to work. The guy who was calling out Syndicate for not paying him.
Oh yeah, MakerBot.
Dude,
yeah.
That's the prop. See, he sort of thought about that because now no one's ever going to work with him because they think that if he's like he could at any point make a post on Reddit saying, "Oh, well, we agreed to that I would be paid 500, but I think I deserve 1,000." At any point that can happen. In Syndicate, literally nothing happened to Syndicate.
Oh yeah, he got
Syndicate,
even bigger.
Syndicate went on Drama Alert a few times, and then went back to doing his YouTube and game stuff.
I'm just gonna straight
Nothing
up.
happened.
I'm just gonna straight up call Syndicate a bitch for bouncing out on the 1v1 with Jordy.
I think Syndicate really doesn't like Jordy, and I think that would.
Oh no,
really-
he doesn't like Jordy.
I think
but mean,
even if Wings lost again, I think that would help his channel tremendously, and I think
that's what Syndicate
But
doesn't want to do.
after-
He doesn't want to help Jordy. But I mean, at this point, by denying it and not wanting to do it, it's actually helping Jordy too. Because any press is still good press. It's still.
I don't
press.
think it. I think it. The 1v1 is isn't getting as much press as like him talking about it, because he just sort of talked about it a few times on Drama Alert, and then it was dropped.
Well, see,
And
that's the thing. Even on the
It's
podcast
mentioned
show,
on
they
the
dropped it.
PKA It's mentioned on the PKA subreddit every once in a while, but those people already know about Wings.
But here's the thing, though. I think in the long run, like as it gets closer to the release of the $80 Call of Duty 4 remake, and then you get Infinite Warfare for free, I think it'll get bigger the closer we get to it. That's when the pressure will be pushed on Syndicate and Jordy for it to happen, because people want to see it. People want to see the rematch. And honestly, if Syndicate wants to say, well, if you donate this much to charity, White Boy already said he would fess up that money. White Boy said he would drop the $10,000.
I think he said that
Do
just so he wouldn't have to do it. I don't think he'll do it. And okay, a few things. I think if he does it, Wings gets helped out a lot, which would be cool for Wings, but I don't think Syndicate wants that. And if Syndicate does it, nothing really happens. His channel's not going to grow that much, and if he doesn't do it, his channel's not going to decline at all.
It's not going to decline.
But it's more for the charity at this point. Honestly, if they did this on stream on Twitch, okay, set up a charity button, told the viewers to donate to this charity, donated the $10,000 and whatever Syndicate he would donate, and then they did the 1v1, regardless of who wins, the people that would benefit the most would be the charity.
I think Syndicate could be like this. I'm rich as fuck. Here, 10,000 for it, 20,000 to charity, so I don't do it. I legit think he would pull something like that before he ever got in a match with Wings.
And the thing about all this, to bring this back to the whole White Boy thing, I'm not actually mad at him, right? You know, at the time I was, because I got the number one spot on his like top 5 plays things like twice.
Flag the video. He stole your content. Flag it.
and he said my name wrong, and I was like, okay. And he said like I had like athleticism and all the stuff that, you know, gold medal stuff that White Boy says. But the only reason why I want to get on the show is just so I can like poke fun at it and be like, excuse me, can you say my name? Can you pronounce that for me? And I'll have like sound bites and I'll play them out loud and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like this, does it? Same person. But that's basically it. Just to shoot the shit.
I don't know. Like I like being on the podcast show. I about a couple months ago they needed somebody to do a little bit of background work for them, like, you know, deal with the advertising stuff and things here and there. And I was like, Jordy's like, dude, I got a perfect person, and he got in touch with me and started doing this. So, you know, I do little background things for them. Like I set up the shirt shop. I'm trying to get people to advertise, trying to get people to go check out the shirt shop for them, you know, and I make a little bit off of it. I make a certain amount off of it, which is nice. And like this last weekend, I didn't actually expect to be on it. This show, I did not expect to be on it. Not like I said much, but they were talking about Call of Duty, and honestly, when it comes down to it, they're Call of Duty, YouTubers, so they look at this stuff and scrutinize it. I just turn the game on and play it. I don't care that much about it. To be that, you know, I have my opinions about the supply drops and stuff like that, but all in all, I could care less. You know, it's not important to me. You know, I'm a vlogger, and I've been posting some gameplay recently, doing little game reviews here and there, but for the most part, I love doing my vlogs. I don't want to do a Call of Duty, I might do a Call of Duty video every once in a while just for the fun of it, but all in all, that whole thing doesn't matter to me. as much. So I just let them talk, and then I put my input in where I wanted to. But I actually did not expect to be on this show. Like, I popped in to say, listen, guys, this is what we got going on. Make sure you promote the shirt. Make sure you promote the advertising email. And I need somebody to help me make shirts because the folks that were supposed to be helping me are not being useful at all. They're actually being just going against the grain, which is very frustrating. So, but yeah, and they're like, why don't you just stay on the show? I'm like, all right, cool. And I got to hang out. And it has helped my channel drastically. Like, ever since I've started doing this and popping on the show periodically, I've seen an increase in my views on Twitch. And hopefully I can translate that over to YouTube at some point too. But right now I'm concentrating more on getting my Twitch channel to grow and making that Twitch Skrilla, you know?
One thing I thought is interesting about Twitch, a viewer on Twitch is 10 times more valuable than a viewer on YouTube.
It is.
There are streamers.
Yeah.
Not the downgrade a viewer on YouTube, but if you have 10 viewers on Twitch, you're higher on the index. If you have 10 views on your video, nobody's going to see it.
And also, there are streamers who get 200 to 300 viewers a stream, making $60K a year.
Yeah.
There is nobody on YouTube getting 200 to 300 views a video making $60K.
I wish I had 200 to 300 views a video. I hit 100 right now, and I'm like, woo!
What's your highest video?
As probably like 10,000, I believe.
Suck my dick.
And
I'm at like 50K.
The
42,000.
The last video I got over 100 views on was Troll Gets Roasted. That's 259 viewers. My highest watched video is at like 4,000 views.
All of my videos have over 100, and my highest one is at 42,000.
Well, what kind of videos do you make?
Reaction videos.
Okay, see that's a whole different beast.
My gaming video. I have one Overwatch. That when the Overwatch beta came out and I didn't get in, I made an Overwatch hate video. That's at 302,000, but I private it because I felt like it would hurt my chances of getting into the beta.
Nice.
And then I have one at 2,000 that's about Woody's gamertag.
My first two highest videos. The first one is Fapping in School commentary. It's talking about one of my friends, not really a friend, kind of acquaintance who tried to rub one off in school.
So it's about him.
Yeah, it's definitely about me because I just loved it all the time. And the second one is accidentally sent my mom nudes.
Nice.
And that's basically a story that someone in my subscriber advice sort of video of this girl who no, it wasn't a girl, it was a guy who he went to go send some nudes to his girlfriend, and his mother's name starts with the same letter that his girlfriend's name started with, and he sent her like really bad nudes. Just
classy.
to his mom.
I have a friend who he got a text from someone. It was the wrong number, like a wrong number text, and it was like, "Hey, we can't wait to see you at the barbecue. It's been a long time since we see you. The whole family can't wait to see you." That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Took a picture of his dick and sent it to him.
Oh no! Oh god!
It's. I was like, I can't believe you did that. Dude,
Wow.
You know what's even crazier is, okay, tip out there for pedophiles: become a big YouTuber, open a Snapchat,
Bash rippers.
you will get, dude. If those people have Snapchats, they're totally pedophiles. Because I was watching a streamer called I'm Cody. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
He says he can't open his Snapchats in public anymore because people send him dick pics all the time. And like, if you ever use Snapchat, it's not like a picture they took from YouTube, like from the internet. They had to take that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's blown away by the amount of dick pics people send him from different people. It's not just the same guy just sort of being a creep. It's everyone.
I mean, I can understand if you hate the guy, but could you imagine like some guy taking some time out of his day, like, all right, gotta get the good lighting out here, and we're gonna send this to this guy. Like,
that's dedication, man.
Yeah, those viewers are the ones that care.
They really do, man. They really do.
Dude, and he said the craziest thing is sometimes they'll put their face in the picture. Like, who does that? What kind of psychopath is putting their face?
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I just. Okay. So let's go ahead and wrap this show up, guys. It was fun. I'm glad we came back. I'm glad you could make it back, DeQuasi. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you didn't die, because then I'd have to find another host.
Actually,
That's just miserable.
the funny thing is that when I came back to work and everyone was talking to me, they're like, "What happened?" I was like, "Actually, guys, to be honest, I died, but luckily the Lord of Light brought me back." Listen, it's a long story, and I went with that angle, and I just kept going with it, and it's funny because half the people in my company think I'm crazy.
Dude, that would have been so funny if you were like, "I'm just thankful for the sun god Ra," and then just sort of lifted your hands up and then like,
Praise the sun. Oh man! All right, so everybody, guys, thank you guys for coming and watching the live stream. If you're on YouTube later, leave comments in the chat. One of us will get back to you at some point. If you like what we had, go ahead.
Check out my stream Monday night, 11:30 to 6 a.m.
There you go.
Also, if you guys want to be on Sub Sunday, drop any of us a line because if you're tired of listening to just the three of us, you want to spice things up, then by all means, just let us know and you'll be on.
Please, dear God, because as good as the
guy
break was, I'm already tired of listening to Jordan.
There's that guy from Sweden who didn't have color in his country. Were you on that show? Apparently Sweden's not in color. Yeah, he showed up. He had a black and white camera, and he was.
Oh, Anders. Yeah, he dropped a message earlier in the stream.
And then he was like, he started talking about how his weight in stone. What kind of medieval? It was just ridiculous.
I might get Anders back on here soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out if Sweden has color yet.
Yeah, we'll find out if Sweden has color yet. All right, thank you guys for coming and watching. I appreciate it. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.